So Doc, man, what do you think about that? It's looking pretty cool, isn't it?
It looks tremendous. How do you grow in the desert, you know?
It's a trial and error. I mean, it's the most extreme heat, the most extreme winds.
Right.
I met Patrick, the farmer, at Smart Grove Gardens. He's been doing it his whole life. He's from Oregon. He's just come up with tricks of the trade. Like we cover crop at nighttime. So in the video you saw, like there's cloth.
Yes, I saw
That's
the
going
cloth.
to take away the wind. That's going to take away the heat. And then we also have water bottles, and everyone's like, why do you have water bottles out there? So the water bottles are the coolest things, because right when we start to seed, we'll put a water bottle there and all over, and that will keep the heat at nighttime when we put the cover cropping over.
So it actually keeps it.
And then he also plants trees throughout his garden and his land that, you know, because they get a strong west wind. So he has a big root tree and a couple alfalfa trees, and it will just
To block the wind?
block the wind. But you know, in the summertime, you know, certain things like squash, eggplant thrive on heat. So it's amazing. Like our eggplants and squash grow overnight. Like
So Doc, when you're not on stage, you actually do this yourself up in Woodstock?
Not like that, but yes, I have a, I have a
Tell me
little.
how you got into it, man.
Just, you know, trying to eat properly, and, you know, I mean, organic food now can be irradiated legally.
And I'm
That's
sure
right,
neither
'cause the
one of you's
government-
happy with that
The
fact.
government had to get in there, you know, and get their 2 cents. So,
But what you're doing up in Woodstock is all pure 100% natural,
Yeah.
just like what Gina is
in my
doing,
backyard,
right?
just like, you know, do you use any fertilizers? Because
no fertilizers. Everything's
Nothing.
food grade. Sprays, if we have to do that, we use a lot of kelp.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
A lot of kelp, a lot of certain types of seaweeds that we'll put down. He built the soil himself. I mean, the
Right.
soil was always great there, but through constant, you know, he's a perfectionist, just like you are. You know what I mean? Like, and then the whole thing is, I know you know what's going in your body. I know from this salad what the customer is
Exactly.
going to get, and it's not your average salad. Like, it's bitter,
Not
it's got
yeah.
hardiness, it's got
Right.
the great.
Yeah, we're going to let him try it in
All right,
just a
perfect.
second. But I want to talk to both of you about trends on both coasts, because you are up in Woodstock, and all your buddy farmers, you're telling me, drive their stuff an hour and a half down to New York and sell it there in the big city, right? I mean,
Yeah.
that's the big hip thing going on in
and
New York.
top restaurants like his are doing the same. You know, they have different farmers that grow specifically for them, and, you know, get it delivered, and it's pretty intense. But a lot's pretty trendy now.
Now, and are you hearing a demand, Chef, from your customers? Are they asking for this healthier, organically grown? Do they want to know what's going on their plate more?
I definitely think the consumer, the guest that comes into Nove, really wants to know what's going on with the food, where we're getting it, who the supplier is, what's going on with it. And here, you know, especially in Vegas, you know, Al, it's tough, you know what I mean? Everything gets flown in, shipped in. I mean, here I could really specifically say, hey, this salad is organic. It's grown on my farm. I know it's going in there, and the word's spreading.
Now, the doc here is a vegetarian, and I know it's kind of rough being a vegetarian on the road. I want to talk to both of you about this, because I've been trying to be vegan one day a week, and when I went back to the East Coast, I screwed that up completely.
Really?
But yeah, is it tough for you to find good vegetarian or vegan food?
These
when you're out on the road?
days, no, not as much. But, well, organic, yes, but just good food, not as bad as it used to be. I mean, you go to the grocery store and get something decent, you know, and, you know, chop it up yourself. Then that way you know what you're getting.
Right.
Or go to the local Chinese place and get a stir fry with nothing. It's like, don't just steam the vegetables. That's
Right.
it. Don't do nothing.
Well,
Thank you.
One thing I like to tell people out there who try to stay vegetarian, and I want you to confirm this, hopefully you're going to confirm this and not make me a liar, is I think when you want to go to a good restaurant, every good chef I know, and I know a lot of good chefs here in Las Vegas, every single good chef I know is thrilled to cook vegan, vegetarian, whatever you're into, if you give them enough notice. If you call, what is it, a day or two in advance? If somebody wants to come up here, I know you could throw together a vegetarian meal for them on the fly, but if they really want a feast that's worthy of this place, how far in advance should they call?
A day. I mean, a day the most, you know. But with Italian food, it's a lot easier for me, because there are certain grains, certain rices,
Right.
a lot of different vegetables that, you know, I have on hand where I don't have to order in. And I mean, eating Italian food is the broccoli rabe, the spinaches, the polentas.
Yeah.
But you know chefs who cook all
DQs.
types of food.
Oh,
right?
exactly, yeah.
Have you ever met a chef who, if given enough notice, doesn't really enjoy making vegetarian?
I never
or
met a
vegan
chef. I think every chef, you know, when when a challenge comes, you want it. You know what I mean? You want to impress your guests, even if it's vegetarian, if they only eat fish, if they only eat cheese.
Right.
I mean, that's the greatest thing about being a chef.
So that's my advice, people. If you're trying to keep with the special diet, you can go to any restaurant you want in America, any good restaurant in America. Call ahead, 24 hours, 48 would make the chef thrilled probably. Let them know you're coming in. Tell them you have special dietary needs. Don't do what one vegetarian friend of mine did, which was to go into a steakhouse unannounced and then demand a vegan meal.
That's tough. That's a tough one.
That could be a rough one. But if even in a steakhouse, you call in advance and people will put together some good food. I sometimes think that guy gets the best food in the restaurant because the chef was thinking about that one meal for 24 straight hours, you know? I want you to try a little bit of Gino's food, but before that, let's talk about what you're doing musically, because both of us are fans.
We are working on a new record right now that I'm really excited about. We took a different approach. We're kind of, we're not kind of, we're writing it in the studio. So we're sitting down like how we are right here and like, okay, bid it up, bid it up, bid it up. Okay, let's put it all together and then it's going to be about an hour.
And I know you're playing a few shows right now. People, you know, I had a friend, another foodie friend of mine, we were actually out to a good dinner the other night, and he told me, I'm thinking of going to see Bad Brains. Who's in the lineup right now? So, you know, you probably get that a lot. You've had a lot of guys. So tell people who are Bad Brains right now.
It's been the original band forever, you know. A couple of times we had a couple of different other singers, twice actually, but that didn't work out because, you know, the chemistry that we have is, you know, that's it.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what you want to see.
That's it.
So if you go see them, you're going to go see the real Bad Brains right now. And yeah, so anyway, now I want to let's do what we always do, which is eat. You just saw some of this stuff being grown just 50 miles from here. I want you to take a little bite and tell me what you think about what Gino's doing.
It smells tremendous. And now tell me what's in here, Gino.
You can have a couple different types of arugula. You're going to have radicchio, which is the red.
That's what I thought, yep.
This
is a different variety?
Yeah, these are all Italian heirloom mixes. Very, very hard seeds to get. And then on the bottom you have Harry's Berry Strawberry, which is an organic strawberry from Northern California. So these are Harry's Berry strawberries, the best strawberries I've ever had. They're organic, they're coming from Northern California. I just think it goes great with the bitterness of the salad because, you know, when you're eating certain house salads, the bitterness isn't there. So that's why out in Pahrump, I like the bitterness.
Well, you got the Italian flavor, so.
Yeah.
Is he doing as well as you're doing up in Woodstock?
He gets an A.
That's an A, all right.
Brother.
Next time we're both on the East Coast, we're going to go visit his place and have him make up some food for us.
I love the radicchio.
Yeah.
I know you got to eat. You got sound check. So dig in. The rest of you, we'll catch you later. Thanks, Gino.
Thanks so much, Al. My man.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Thanks a lot.
That was awesome.